couldn't do anything. So it's definitely a very dangerous pick, but we're going to be going into our game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. These boys are dropping on the Firefly spawns. It looks as though Wolves Kai Bao, the aggression has already started. Jux not having any armor to speak of. Ooh! Akame coming in with that early ult, considering that Tessa has the ability to use her ultimate at 55%. He's able to capitalize on having only managed to pick up one Firefly. Much better than everybody else. Wolves Kai Bao, though, gets that F3 proc. He does knock him down. He does get that fire tick, but he's not able to follow it up. Unfortunately, he grapples back in and sends the horizontal blue on the spear. Very, very aggressive. Wolves Kai Bao managing to pick up his first elimination of the game. Heading on over to the western side, the desert, Arano and Xshin scrapping it out. The armor swap coming through for Arano. He's saved. The armor swap saving him. Xshin now not necessarily on the back foot, but definitely has to rethink his aggression here for the moment. Arano getting that heal off, looking to continue the chase. He's trying to find it. He's trying to find him. I don't think he's going to find him just yet. Moving on over to Frostivus, JLAS, and Kai Bao all scrapping it out here. Frostivus does have a huge ult advantage over AS. Might be able to find the charm at JLAS. Getting that blue focus clank. Frostivus forced to use his F1. I think he'd probably be better off trying to find some kind of a reset here, but it's not looking too good. He's forced into continuing to fight. JLAS goes to the jump parry, but the hitbox, he's not able to find it. Unfortunately, JLAS sends out the blue. Another one gets sent out. JLAS, he's 1 HP. And it looks as though Kai Bao is going to come out on top here, picking up one elimination and probably into a second as well. Frostivus caught in the air by the Zaya ultimate, the F3 coming down, and he catches him with the LMB. Quick kills for Wolves Kai Bao, taking him up to 3. What a performance coming out from this man.
What a start, though, for some of these players here. As Verse really getting that confidence here. You get that one dub, and now look at you. You get a little bit of some confidence, and now all of a sudden you feel unstoppable as Verse is able to get his second elimination. Top 6, 16.2. And I'm telling you, sometimes when you're down and out, sometimes you got to take a risk. And oh, T225 with explosive elimination onto Arano. And now it looks like T225 is trying to get their secondary pick. And you know, Xshin, a really good player there. He's not going to make it easy for him here. We're going to go through and we're going to back out as much as possible here. Xshin wants to try to see if he can capture a little bit more room for himself here. It looks like that Akos is just trying to close it in. It looks like he is going to be able to as he gets the first strike. Gets a nice pistol strike towards it, trying to continue it all the way. Nice slam towards the very bottom. Long sword. He's going to be able to actually hit it here. There, beautiful blue focus trying to connect it here on both sides. T225 ends up getting switched over. Here comes the juggle, getting caught on the outskirts. He's about to juggle him. He switches to the heavy sword, goes for the scale, gets the finish, the slam down. Xshin gets at least one elimination out of that one. And ladies and gentlemen, 27.5. He's still in the lead.
What a beast. This man and his combos. He loves his combos. Xshin, he is a lab rat. He has sat in the lab, in the training range, and perfected these combos. He's just constantly putting out different combos every week. This guy, what a machine. But we're heading on over to GG Shah and XXY. Kind of playing footsies in this little area, in this building. It's as though GG Shah doesn't want any of that smoke. He doesn't have his ultimate available. He's going to look for the disengage here. Wang Liang as well, in a similar boat, doesn't have his ultimate, not really looking to fight Jux just yet. Although he does have that purple fan, he's definitely able to take the fight. I just don't think he wants to do so just yet, especially considering that they're in Celestra. Celestra being one of the places where it's really hard to chase people. So if he gains an advantage, he could end up just not being able to close out the kill, considering that XXY would just be able to run around the buildings constantly. GG Shah, though, he's kind of out in the open and is immediately getting chased down by XXY here. GG Shah, he's not asserting dominance on the lobby. So one of these things that is a concept that I discovered when I played in tournaments is that even if you don't have ultimate, even if you don't have resources, you still have to sort of exert this aura. It's just how you move when you look to disengage, when you look to move and do all these things is super important, because it tells people whether or not you're looking to fight or not, or what it tells people how good of a spot you're actually in. This sort of aura of this aggressive aura that it's kind of hard to really describe, and how you actually exert this is not easy. You know, being able to do it consistently, even if you're actually in a really bad position, it's actually something that we don't talk about very much. But in those kind of situations when you're like, it's actually, we do talk about it somewhat. It's kind of it kind of ties into how we talk about certain players effectively being able to get other players lobbied in certain situations. You know, how Mike has always effectively been able to get other players lobbied in final zones and being able to not get lobbied himself, because he exerts this sort of aggressive and dominant aura that just prevents people from wanting to engage. And it's quite an interesting notion. GG Shah just got absolutely cooked here. He wasn't able to exert that, and he just got chased down by multiple people. Whereas in some cases that just won't happen. Wang Liang, he was in a similar position but didn't get chased down at all, because I don't know. It's hard to really, it's kind of ineffable almost. But anyway, enough of that little educational talk, I suppose. We're going to be going into the realm of Yang. Who's coming out on top here, Dubby?
It depends on who gets in here. Let's see what happens. We got Wolves KV versus Orano. My money's gonna be on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give a little bit of love to the new cat. I'll give it to Orano. Let's see what Orano can do. The amount of energy that he has and everything else that he's done in terms of his dynamic, I think it'd be good to see if he really can make that happen here. But let's see what happens here, as he does have a lot of work to do in front of him. As Wolves Kai Bao is going to be able to work towards him here, trying to see if maybe he can have that advantage towards it. Wolves Kai Bao trying to see if maybe he can get him towards that, as he ends up hitting him all the way down here. So he's still going to be able to rummage through towards that as well here. And even with that here, oh, nice hits just to be able to get the strike here. He's trying to close it out a little by little here. A little bit more impossible, but the Poison is going to be able to get the finish here. And wow, I was right. That's great.
This is what I'm talking about, though. You see the kind of the weakness of Zai in this matchup, where she's just not really able to do all that much. And considering that he has F3, it just doesn't really give him all that much value in certain situations. It's such a niche pick that you need to play it in such a certain way and have kind of like just the stars align for it to actually work for you. We saw him do well earlier on and get 3 kills back to back, essentially. But in this instance, he just wasn't able to really get anything out of it. He's still sitting on those 3 kills. Hopefully he does have a Soul Bloom here. He did get 3 kills earlier, so hey, who knows? Maybe he left one here so they can go and pick it up. We've seen a lot of players just getting very good at doing this, though. A lot of players, it didn't used to be a thing. Wang Liang was almost, I think he was one of the first people who actually started doing it consistently. It looks as though Wolf Kai Bao, here he is. He's gone back to the scene of the crime where he got those 3 kills, but it doesn't look as though they're still there. I don't think he's going to be able to cleanse it as easily as he thought. But TG25 is in the vicinity, so he might have a fight on his hands here. He might be able to engage and try and force this fight and look for that Soul Bloom. Oh, they're getting closer and closer. They're just, it's like the timing of it. And there we are, the engagement coming through. Both of these players with the Yang depletion. Oh, the ultimate utilization very early. This is exactly what you want to do. So you use your F3, and then you almost immediately pop your ultimate so that you can maintain pressure. And then you have another F3 ready to go to try and catch them if they try and disengage. There was no 0-ban or 3-ban zone here, unfortunately, for T25. He would have been able to mitigate the Zai ultimate almost completely if that were the case. But he has managed to stall for just enough time so that Kai Bao now essentially has no time on his ultimate. T25. And we managed to stall out the ultimate for long enough. He's on the chase. He gets the uppercut. Can he get the conversion? He can. He gets the blue focus R&B, but he's not able to get the Tiger Grab, unfortunately. He goes for it. He doesn't have another one left. 1 HP Kai Bao. He's so unbelievably low. He's trying to go for the bow shot, but he doesn't manage to find the connection. The armor swap coming through, though. Wolves Kaibao. He's in actually a decent spot now, but oh, the F3 dodge from T225 is sort of back and forth. T225 wants to find the reset. Wolves Kaibao does not want to let him do it. He turns around with a 0.9 release, the T225 classic, and there it is. He cleansed the Yang depletion, and T225 will live on.
Nice strike towards that end here. T225 going to be able to catch that feel as well here. Finally able to get a little bit more love as he puts himself in 4th place position with a 22.9. Meanwhile, Wang Liang in that top slot, top 3, 24.3. Tying it up actually with Frostivus, who sadly is out of this game here, is XXY. Finding this out with Verse here. Looks like Verse wants to be able to get this elimination. So dangerously low. All he needs is 1 strike here. And now, just like that, the movement starts to speed up and it starts to pick up. And now it's a race toward the finish. And it looks like Jux is going to steal it away from Verse towards the very end. Jux with 3 eliminations, 13.3, slowly getting himself out of that bottom position here. And sadly, XXY is still stuck at the very bottom with that 4.8.
So you know who's still alive and who's managed to pick up a kill this game, Derby? It's JLAS. He picks up his first elimination of the series in game number 5.
He finally does it.
And he's on a roll now. He's getting aggressive. He picks up the bounty onto Wang Liang. Is he gonna start feeling himself? Is he gonna get the MVP this game?
That's usually how it first starts, man. It really does come down to, you know, that first real hit, right? That first real opportunity where you get the opportunity to go, all right, this is cool, right? Now you can finally get a chance to see where the rest of the momentum comes from here. But let's see how this one looks though overall. As we see the first fight still, we'll be able to capitalize on it, but let's see what happens here as we see Wang Liang and AS fighting this out here. I don't see if he can get any type of strike here towards the bow or the dagger, but they're missing out on a lot of different ones. A lot of whiffs so far here. Struggling, trying to keep up with it here and there. Nice strike down towards the bottom here. Trying to take his time. Ooh, nice strike with the dagger. Gonna hit the juggle piece. Gonna get him with the bow. Wang Liang with a gorgeous combo. And sends him back and says, see you later.
Very nicely done there from Wang Liang. The abyssal aura that we don't see as much as we used to since it got changed into a different Jade where it only has 2 charges on it. Since they changed all of the Jades not too long ago. Although, now that I think about it, it doesn't feel like it was all that long ago, but it was a decent... It has been a decent amount of time since we haven't really seen that much of it. But one of the very interesting things with Abyssal Aura is that you can confirm an uppercut off of the confirmation of the Soul Jade if you're able to time it correctly. Oh, a beautiful hold dodge there from Wang Liang, avoiding the knockback from the F1 on T225 from that ACOS, forcing out the ultimate. These gold dual blades just doing dual blade nunchuck, sorry, doing so much with that velocity, able to just mind game. Oh wait, no shot, he turns it. T225 absolutely obliterating it, just turning it on its head. Wang Liang was in such a good position to take this Realm of Yang home, but T225 forcing out those tab dodges, catching him on the last one, going into that combo. Beautifully done, Wang Liang. That is not what you want to see. That is a bit of a tilter. I feel like Wang Liang's a little bit tilted today, I'm not gonna lie. After game 3, I think it was, he looked very, very upset. I'm not gonna. I don't know. He's a very emotional person. He's very competitive. Yeah,
and that's
he is
the thing that's understandable. Wang Liang has been a very competitive person for a while, and you can tell he wears it on his sleeve and he wears it on his face. He wants to win. He's very competitive. He's very strong mentality. But he definitely can be a little hard on himself sometimes here, and you can tell when it comes to a player like Wang. You know, Wang has been in this position so many times. He's a veteran. He knows how to get himself, you know, into that top slot without really risking or losing anything. And for a player like Wang Liang, I mean, you can understand the passion. You can feel it when it comes to a player like him, you know, and seeing like what he's been doing and how he's really been able to put it together here. He's done such an incredible job here. Look at that. Action is able to find it.
Is he able to get back to the zone though? But the thing is the anti-heal debuff is going to take effect very, very soon. He has quite a ways to go. I reckon he probably will make it back, but it might be close. It might be very close. But heading back to Celestra, Wang Liang and T225, the rematch, the grudge match. Perhaps he's not looking to fight him just yet. He's looking to go for the Shyol here, sitting on top of the bridge. He tries to find the entry, goes for a short reset. One of the interesting things about this new buff, by the way, which is quite cool, is that it is a pretty strong buff, but whenever you get close to somebody who has that buff, you have this sort of effect, this special effect around your screen. So you can always tell when somebody who has that buff is close to you, which is almost a hindrance to the person with that buff. But hey, yeah, that was oh my god. Verse getting absolutely destroyed with this terrain combo. Wang Liang absolutely obliterating him. Every player lurking around, pulling out those pistols, just shooting him down. And Verse, it was looking good for him. It wasn't looking too bad. He came out with a win in the realm of Yang, but he just gets destroyed. 4 kills, though. Hey, Verse is now in top 5. That's a pretty strong showing. That's all it takes, though. One game where you get a good game, good point game, gets the ball rolling, and now he's getting 4 kills back to back. Lovely to see. JLAS, unfortunately, though, after his 1 kill, he hasn't managed to find another one. We're gonna have to. There's still plenty of time left in this game. Still 6 people alive. Potential for 5 kills for him. We're gonna have to wait and see. But we're going over to the replay of the Realm of Yang. X-Shin versus Verse. X-Shin taking a bunch of damage on the drop down from that F2. Looking to find this reset, but the Flame Breath, the Rupture Gale Flame Breath from Verse, cutting that heal, preventing him from being able to get it off. X-Shin tried to find the V1 confirmation, but unable to do so, unfortunately. He's just sitting here holding, trying to bait out these teleports. Oh, he gets caught with the sliding uppercut, and Verse gets the conversion, and there it is, taking him down. Very nicely done.
Very well sweep coming in from that space, though, as we get a chance to see a little bit of that replay here as we go back into where Action is currently here. Looks like Wang Liang looks like he's going to go to do a little bit of some shopping here. Got a decent arsenal of stuff here for himself. A lot of purples. He's got a gold nunchuck. Nunchucks be dangerous. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they soft buffed it. I've seen people like strike with like 1 hit on the nunchucks and they be low. Like, yo, where'd all the heals go?
Well, nunchucks, it did receive a slight buff, but it was quite a while ago now, where instead of only being able to get 1 horizontal before the uppercut, you can now get 2. So it's not that much of a. I mean, it's a nice buff, but it's not game breaking, so to speak. I think it was just that little bit that it needed to sort of edge back into the meta. I think the other weapons are still very strong in comparison. Almost like Fan is still extremely good. Staff still just does what Staff does. The tap dodge or the hold dodge catches with the LMB is so invaluable. The mobility that you get from this weapon as well. I feel like it's come to the point though that you'll see some nunchuck players, and also nunchucks, funnily enough, also got another buff today, but that's not this patch yet, so we don't actually have that in this game, in this series. Oh my, Wang Liang, my guy, you need to get out of there. He gets absolutely destroyed by all of these range shots, trying to get the Morris. It looks as though he might be cooked, though. 1 HP, and there it is, no! The Deto rounds, locking him down. Oh, no.
No! He tried.
He's in second place. He's overtaken Frostivus. Frostivus, unfortunately, in the last couple games, has just not managed to find any kills or get anything of a lead here. He definitely went hard in the Holoroth games, but these 2 games, has not gone all that well for him, unfortunately.
Even with that, though, still going to be able to go towards the rotations here. AS, looks like he went a little bit shopping here, trying to see if he can get something here, but here we go. Top 5. Jux, Orlando, AS, X-Shin, and T225. I'm so happy for AS. He finally gets one. finally, after all this time, 5 games later, he finally gets a singular kill, putting him in 3.2. Still down at the very bottom, unfortunate, but I would love to see him go get one more. Get one more. Go ahead and do 2-3 eliminations for me, huh? Maybe even get lucky enough to pull a dub. That'd be tough. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But, you know, you can only wish, right? You can only wish. You can only hope that it goes that way, right? That's the only thing you can really hope for, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly. But hey, Arano, I kind of want to see more come out from Arano here. He was putting on an insanely good showing last week, but this week it's not been the same. Unless he's just sort of he burned himself out a tad and isn't able to output the same kind of output as he was last week. But hey, we'll see. He's not playing bad. He's definitely playing reasonably well consistently, but definitely not the same Arano we saw last week. T225 here in the replay from the Realm of Yang. Unfortunately, Xshin, with that Tessa ultimate, T225 has just got locked down and unable to escape. Xshin with the gold pulse sword. So back to what I was saying, though. The nunchucks, it does offer quite a lot in this. So one of the things that Shiol meta has created is having that F2 available means that you can throw it out at any time. So having these sort of standoffs face to face, nunchucks is one of the best weapons for this, because if you hold horizontal, it allows you to get that horizontal blue focus block. So if somebody releases into you, you can block it and take only a portion of the damage that you would have. So, oh, T25? Oh, close. Almost going for a ride. Second Moonbane hit. But yeah, nunchucks, it's like a sort of solid weapon. It's not your fan, it's not your staff, but it's definitely solid. And the combo that it can output is decent. It's just, it doesn't really have super damaging combos. Unless you get something like Velocity, it kind of struggles for damage at times. It's more about catching option selection from your opponent with the tech chase capabilities that make it good, and like the camping playstyle somewhat, where you stand in front of somebody and even if they release, you still block it. You don't take the full damage, which essentially it slows down fights, but it can also move very fast. It's a little bit of both. But anyway, Arano, ooh, oh no. This lucky man manages to survive with the Mortal Defiance. He needs to stay alive, though, if he wants to convert this into a solid game. He does have 3 kills. He could definitely turn this into a big point game if he stays alive here and gets good placement. But he has to run. He is... But the good thing about this, as I've said multiple times now today, Celestra is one of the best places for running, so he does make it out alive, thankfully.
True. Definitely a good advantage for him, though, in this space here, as you do have a lot of terrain to really be able to maneuver as much as possible. And for some of these players here who's really learned this map so well, knowing that this was the first map everybody got a chance to really dive into, it's really good to see the advantages of what happens when you've been so used to a map that you know how to get out of every nook and cranny that this map has to offer. You look at Arano here, giving that opportunity, though. Oh, no, and he ends up getting hit at the very bottom, though. Xshin. Goodness, great, damn. This is a little crazy. Sent the mouth like a tennis ball. Said, see you later there, buddy. I'm like a home run. Now we're down to our final 4 here. AS is still alive here. Question is, can he get another elimination? He's getting pushed off here by KLA's T225 here. Slowly closing in the gap as he ends up getting hit. Oh, no, and then the bow hits him on the outskirts there. Looks like he has the free space, though, just to be able to go for the heals here. As Jux wants to be able to capture this fight. This is a fight he could do here. There's a chance for him to be able to close this in. He knows he has an opportunity here. Just like what I said, too, when it comes to confidence, once you gather up just a little bit of confidence, just a little bit, it's enough for you to go, yeah, I think I can do this. That's when you really start to see a lot of confidence plays come in out of nowhere. And you're like, yo, where was this in game 1 or 2? You know? Exactly. Where was all that energy that then? And look at Jux getting absolutely sent by Xshin. Xshin just weeding him out little by little, one by one. He's going to be able to hit that towards the very bottom here. It looks like he's going to try to go for the strike here, but it looks like he's going to miss out on it. Misses out on the Tesla stun. Looks like he's going to slowly back out of this, though. But Jux, dangerously low here. He wants this opportunity. Here comes AS with that pistol. It looks like he may be able to come through. Hold on. Oh. Realizes that wasn't the best play though and decides to back out. I thought that was a shot. I thought AS, he had a shot right there.
Homie. JLAS trying to pick up as many kills as he can. He's trying to capitalize on his 1 kill. Jux managing to make it out alive. That blue focus from Action just sending him down into the ravine. Just, oh my lord, that was insane. The musket shots as he fell through the air. Beautiful aim there coming out from Action, and he's holding that rooftop position very, very well. I don't think anybody wants to contest him up here. T225, I think he's reasonably happy where he is as well. Having ultimate low ground and ultimate high ground offers advantages in both regards. You can get a lot of value from high ground where it's harder to poke you down, and you have the advantage if anybody ever tries to come up to you. But then ultimate low ground as well, in this kind of situation where you have a Jade like Merciless Havoc, as C25 just demonstrated, you can essentially act as the blender at the bottom, where if anybody falls down into you, you have the advantage in first action. You can look for that gambit and force somebody into making a 50-50 decision occasionally, where you're holding this blue focus, and if they want to force it and come down into you, they have to go for the 50-50, and it's you have the advantage essentially in advantage. But AS, oh my lord, speaking of advantage, he's engaging hard onto Jux. Everything's just exploding here, and he picks up his second elimination, taking him up from that bottom position on the total leaderboard. JLAS, but he's not in a good spot. He's used his ultimate, but he's got not very much health to speak of. Can he get the freeze? He doesn't manage to find it, unfortunately. He doesn't get to capitalize fully on his ultimate, and he's in a very bad spot here. He has no health to speak of, no opportunity to heal, and he just goes down to the zone. T25 now, not in the best spot either. He tries to find action on the buttery rods, but he's not able to do so. But Action, he's not able to get the kills regardless, and